Hey guys, in this one, we're talking about identity theft in Sweden versus the United States and what the United States can learn from the Swedish and European banking systems. That's coming up. Hey guys, what's going on? Andrew coming at you, and I hope you guys love this shirt as much as I do. I'm a big fan of old Saab cars. I think it's such a shame they don't make Saabs anymore. And my girlfriend's mom has a store called Wyden's Tailor, and when I saw this shirt there, I automatically fell in love with it. It ended up being a Christmas gift. You can only get this shirt at the store, so I actually suggested if we could make a deal for you guys. If you want to go ahead and get this shirt, link in the description below. If you type in Andrew Saab, you will get 10% off this t-shirt and free shipping. Good deal. So with that out of the way, let's get into it. What prompted this actually was, this was a Christmas gift over the break, but what prompted this was while I was over Christmas break, I was looking at my U.S. banking card or my bank account in the States. But I check it enough once a month, and I saw a funny charge there. And then I saw another funny charge. And I looked at more what this charge was coming from, and it was from a woman's clothing store in the United States in Chicago. And I was like, oh, wait a second. This is not me. So I had to go ahead and cancel the card, report the identity theft. And it got me to start thinking that since I've been alive, I've probably had someone use my card or try to steal my identity at least 3 times while I was in the United States, and once now while I was abroad. And the thing is, in America, it's very, very common. I was actually looking at statistics that said that the number is about 20 million Americans a year are suffering from identity theft. And the more I started to think about it, my girlfriend, for example, she was getting, in Sweden, a charge from Netflix, and she had to go ahead and cancel that charge because it wasn't a legit charge. But that was like, I think, 100 crowns is what was happening there. But in Sweden, there's a lot of steps in place. And like for me, I haven't had a problem with identity theft in Sweden like at all. And I don't believe that it exists in the same way. And I think there's a lot of things that Americans can take away from this. So I'm going to go into a couple of those things. And I got to be real, some of these things annoy me at first because I didn't like them. Like, I'm not maybe the biggest fan of Swedish banks because I don't like their hours or when they're open. But I do most of my work online now, and I've just kind of adapted to that. But the way the banks actually function are quite great. So when I first came to Sweden, every card has the chip in it. And the United States switched to the chip about 2 years ago, and it is still chaos in the United States on what you use. If you're going to put your card into the machine and type your code, or if you swipe it. At some places, you put your card in, and then you just take it out, as far as I know, and you don't even swipe it. So for a time there was chaos to know what could I use, could I swipe my card, could I use the chip. The idea is definitely that the chip is much more secure. But what I really like is to access your bank account. This is before I had mobile ID. I'll talk about that in a second. You have this chip reader that you actually will put the card in, and as you're typing the numbers, it'll allow you to log in to your bank. Now, what used to annoy me is if I wanted to do simple things in the bank, if I wanted to make a purchase, I'll give you an example. I wanted to make a purchase with my card, let's say for something over 500 crowns. When I first came to Sweden, I was calling my bank, Nordea, and I was like, why can't I buy something online? All I want to do is buy something online. And they explained to me that I had to go into the website and I had to unlock my card to buy stuff overseas, to open it up for the world outside of Sweden. And at the time I thought, oh man, this is such a hassle. This is what I gotta do every single time I want to buy something. But over time, I started to open up a little bit more to the idea that actually this was a much more secure system, because in order for someone to take money out of my card, I gotta put the code in or generate it. So the next thing that the Swedish system has besides this is we have mobile bank ID. And mobile bank ID is awesome because you can use it for so many things. I can log in with my mobile bank ID to any kind of company if I want to pay stuff. It's linked to my personal number, which is like a social security number that you have in Sweden. So your mobile bank ID, that's what it basically does. It's like having another ID. It makes online shopping so smooth. And I have to be honest that I didn't have mobile bank ID until about a year and a half ago, because my girlfriend helped me set it up, because I was always just using this, and it blew my mind at how simple and easy it is to work. And by using this system, having mobile bank ID and this system in place, I don't believe that identity theft is at the same problem as the United States. So why hasn't the U.S. system got there yet? This is a very interesting one, because I don't know. I mean, 20 million people. I think one of the things the United States has to work on with this is just, Jon Stewart said it best. He was talking about America when he was talking about maybe trying to change legislation with gun laws, is that America is like a giant ox that when it moves and changes, it takes a very, very long time usually. And I just think that the United States is still in this transition of trying to get more secure. But I think if they adapted these systems in place, and where you had to open up your card, that you had this mobile bank ID system. Also, if you think about having the mobile ID bank system, it's going to be difficult probably to get 350 million people on board to do it. Especially how it is here, where you do it with, like, no matter what bank you are. So you'd have to get all the banks in the United States to agree with this. But I hope that we can do this, because I think if we adopt the systems that are already in place in Europe, it's going to save the United States lots of money over time. And so if you're someone that's a foreigner, if you're looking at this kind of stuff and you think it's a hassle here at first, I ask you to take your time and think a little bit, because after 6 years of being here, knock on wood, I've been very safe and secure here, and I've been very appreciative of it. And I think that the system here works, and I hope the United States takes some advice from here and moves forward. But I want to ask you guys, my audience here, what do you guys think about this? If you're American, have you been hit with identity theft? I feel like every American must be hit with it at least once. If you're Swedish, has it happened to you as well? Because there's still scammers and things like that. I hear that there were numbers that call maybe elderly people and they try to get their card number or money. So there's still things that are out there. You might get a virus on your computer or something fake that says. So there's still ways to steal information. But I want to know from you guys what your experience has been. And I will see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to look out on Wednesdays for a new video. Every Wednesday I'm going to have shows. So look forward to that. And I'm probably going to have extra ones coming this week. But I'm committing to Wednesdays. Be here with you guys. I love spending this time with you. Thanks for choosing some of your time with me. And I'll see you guys in the next video.